You sit down to work. The laptop is open. The task is important. You know finishing it will make your life better. But first, you check one message. 20 minutes later, you are still scrolling. Why does your brain choose a tiny, meaningless reward over something that could improve your future? It isn't simply because you are lazy. Your brain is constantly comparing rewards with the effort needed to obtain them, and the easier option often wins. But once you understand this process, you can start using it in your favor. Every decision contains an invisible calculation. What will I receive? How much effort will this require? And how quickly will I receive the reward? Watching another short video requires almost no effort and provides immediate stimulation. Studying, exercising, or starting a business requires effort now, while the reward may arrive weeks, months, or years later. Researchers call part of this process effort discounting. As a task requires more effort, its possible reward can feel less valuable. That does not mean your brain is broken. Avoiding unnecessary effort can be useful. The problem begins when this preference controls decisions that matter to your future. Think about how confidently we make plans for the future. I will start exercising on Monday. I will study tomorrow morning. I will begin saving next month. The future version of the task feels manageable because you are not paying its effort cost right now. But Monday arrives and the future becomes the present. Now you can feel the uncomfortable first step. The workout requires movement. Studying demands concentration. Saving requires saying no to something you want today. Research suggests that people can devalue rewards more when the required mental effort feels immediate. That helps explain why planning something for next month can feel easier than doing the same thing today. Procrastination is not always a time management problem. It can also be an attempt to change how you feel. A difficult task might create boredom, uncertainty, stress, or fear of failure. Avoiding it provides immediate emotional relief. Your phone does not need to be more valuable than your goal. It only needs to feel better for the next few seconds. Unfortunately, the relief is temporary. The unfinished task remains, time becomes shorter and stress increases. This creates a cycle. The task feels uncomfortable. You avoid it. Avoidance brings relief. The task becomes more urgent, and the next attempt feels even more uncomfortable. So how do you win against a brain that prefers easy choices? Do not depend entirely on motivation. Change the calculation. Make the useful action easier to begin and make the distracting action slightly harder to access. Here are 4 ways to do it. Do not tell yourself to complete the entire workout. Tell yourself to put on your shoes and exercise for 2 minutes. Do not promise to write an entire chapter. Open the document and write 1 imperfect sentence. A vague task such as work on my future feels enormous. A physical action such as open the document feels manageable. Starting does not guarantee that you will finish, but it removes the need to make the hardest decision repeatedly, the decision to begin. Choose a first step so small that avoiding it feels more ridiculous than doing it. A goal says, I want to exercise. An if-then plan says, if it is 7 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, then I will put on my shoes and walk for 10 minutes. Now the decision has a time, a place, and an action. Instead of negotiating with yourself every day, you create the decision in advance. Try this formula. If this situation happens, then I will perform this specific action. For example, if I finish dinner, then I will study at my desk for 20 minutes. Or, if I feel the urge to check social media while working, then I will write the urge on paper and continue for 5 more minutes. Willpower becomes much less important when a distraction is inconvenient. Put your phone in another room. Log out social media accounts. Remove distracting applications from your home screen. Prepare your workspace before going to sleep. Keep the book on your desk and the television remote inside a drawer. These changes may appear too small to matter, but every additional step changes the invisible calculation. The goal is not to make distraction impossible. It is to create enough time for a conscious decision. Important goals often have delayed rewards, so create a small immediate reward for following the process. Mark each completed session on a calendar. Listen to a favorite podcast only while walking. After 40 focused minutes, take a planned 10-minute break. Track the number of workouts completed instead of constantly checking whether your body has changed. You are not bribing yourself. You are making progress easier to notice. However, select rewards that support your goal. Finishing one workout should not become an excuse to abandon the rest of the week. Your brain does not always choose what is best for your future. It often chooses what reduces effort or discomfort right now. That is why an easy distraction can defeat an important goal. But you can change the choice. Make the first step tiny. Decide when and where you will act. Add friction to distractions, and make progress immediately visible. You do not need to become a completely different person. You need to design choices that make the better action easier to begin. Choose one task you have been avoiding. What is the smallest physical step you can take immediately after this video ends? Do that step, not the entire project, just the first step. And if you want more practical psychology that makes everyday life easier, subscribe.